I really like this next tool, the seller's estimate of proceeds. Might be kind of hard to bring this one to life, but we're going to give it a shot. Remember, our goal here is to show you some important tools in the decision-making process. So here's what the form looks like, the entire form. But we're going to drill into it section by section, starting with the top part. Now, the top part just kind of captures any debt that you might need to pay off, your first mortgage, maybe a second if you have it, and the interest expense associated with that. And then we'll capture the various property tax situations. Let's move down to the middle part of the form. And here you're going to see all sorts of potential costs, depending on your situation. Maybe you've had a special assessment for new sidewalks, or you're prepared to pay some closing costs for your buyer. We fill those in here. Recording fees are very common. Maybe there's a well on the property. You can see how kind of just going through this exercise is a great way to uncover things that might need to be addressed either now or in the near future. And you might be asking yourself, why am I seeing 3 columns of data? Well, later we're going to plug in a few list price scenarios, which is then intended to show you the range of possibilities. In fact, that's what this tool is all about. Note line 22, this is the state deed tax, often forgotten and not cheap. So we'll check the correct box, and those numbers will auto-calculate once we enter the various contract prices. And then lines 25 and 26, they're all about homeowners associations. If you're in one, we'll track those costs down. And then I often recommend on line 27 a home warranty, depending on the age of your home. But this gives potential buyers some real peace of mind, if they're considering your home over another. Once we've captured everything, we go all the way back up to the top, and this is where we start to plug in the various price scenarios that we talked about earlier. Now, you might remember from the last episode that the seller decided to list their home at $600,000, so I put that in the middle column. But remember, there are no guarantees, of course, that that's what the home will actually sell for. So I've put in a cushion on the downside of 580. Maybe perhaps planning for something that might come up during the inspection, or hey, let's just say on the flip side of that, you have multiple offers on your home and you have a couple of buyers bidding up the price. Wouldn't that be cool? So I put 620 on the high side. Once we put these potential sales prices in, any brokerage fees that you've negotiated, well, those will auto-calculate just like the state deed tax did. And like all other numbers here, I put in an estimate for broker's fees. So then we go all the way to the bottom. All of those costs are summarized on line 33. The loan payoff is generally the biggest part of that. And then you'll see the range of bottom line outcomes. All right, the seller's net proceeds in less than 3 minutes. If you've decided to sell, it will really help you plan and budget. And if you're on the fence, it will help you make an informed decision. Either way, it's a great tool.